Hello and welcome. How are you? First and foremost, I welcome you to my space. I welcome that you may want to be receptive to some of the messages that may come through today. And even with a certain level of skepticism, I appreciate the fact that you want to give me the benefit of the doubt. So, without further ado, this message is going to be for Taurus for the month of June. I'm going to use the Celtic spread, and try to focus on maybe an aspect of your life or what you will be dealing with in the month of June, what to maybe be on the lookout for. And I got the deck. Spirit guides, I ask that you give us clear messages and that I'm able to channel these messages through for the sign of Taurus in the month of June. Wow, the queen is just not having it. The queen is just not having it. Give me 1 second, guys. And just for all that effort, just to have her way, I'm just gonna turn her around. Because that's what it was, so that I can just put the candle there instead. I mean, that is the prediction. So let's see, this should be interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card, and it's funny because I have to tell you what happened with this card. I'm outside, I'm enjoying the weather, and I'm shuffling my cards, getting ready to do the next video, and I associate this card with my spirit guides. Whenever I need to check in and I want to know if I'm aligning, this is the card that comes up. Well, this card decided to go for a dive in the pool today. This is why it's so wrinkled. So I guess my spirit guides decided that they needed some H2O to refresh. Just wanted to add that. So at the bottom of the deck, we have strength, trust, compassion. This is knowing that you've already surpassed the stage of struggles and that now you have the confidence to deal with situations in a manner that's more passive, that's reasonable, empathetic, honorable. Being able to tame the beast with no force at all, with no brute force. Harmony. So this is at the root of the situation. What's going to be happening in June. And this is the card of abundance, of family union, of feeling great. Very symbolic of earth energy, Taurus, feeling like those around you are loyal to you. Like there's manifestation of abundance. There's no chaos. Communication is great. If you have a family, everything is just going great. But the obstacle is that there seems to still be some sort of regret that's lingering. And it definitely feels like past energy, but something that maybe is on your mind. Now remember that energy is fluid, so maybe it's on your mind, maybe it's on the mind of your significant other in the month of June. But someone's just focusing on the unspilled milk and not counting their blessings. And it's important to be grateful, because if this is where you're at for the month of June, then that's a blessing, you know. It's a number 10. It's feeling abundant, feeling like you've completed and accomplished something and reaping those benefits. So let's see what else we get out of this reading to gain more depth. What the client is going through. What are you going through right now? What is Taurus going through? You wanted to manifest a new beginning. Something that it's not so much that you were certain of, but it's something you were willing to take a chance to do. And right now you are in the process of making that happen. Maybe there's a Taurus, perhaps there's a Taurus that even though they have a steady home life, they still feel some sense of regret and not, you don't feel fulfilled, and therefore you want to start something new. You want to go in a completely different direction, even though it's not that your situation is terrible. The immediate result is this Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse is the releasing of situations that have been binding, or you feeling like you're not trapped. You being able to take these blinds off and seeing the situation for what it is in an intellectual manner. Trying to remove your emotions from it and trying to think more objectively. This is the immediate result that you're seeking. The asset that you have is that even though you're trying to manifest something that you don't really have a lot of information on, you're still holding back on pursuing that until you have more information. You're gonna do it anyways, but you want to plan it. You at least want to plan whatever you can. You're not trying to go through it completely blind. It's just not in your nature. You want to make sure that you're not being blinded by passion. So you're being cautious. And that is a wonderful asset, because sometimes we have to make sure, especially a 10 of Pentacles, we have to make sure that these regrets that we're having while we're in the energy of this 10 of Pentacles in our current situation is that they're not things that can be dealt with if it really negates for you to start a brand new beginning that you don't have a lot of information about, but that you feel strongly about pursuing. And I'm not saying don't, I mean free will, but maybe you're holding back because you want to have more information, and that's fine. Maybe the month of June is going to be about obtaining more information so that then you can make this happen. An opportunity to watch for. Know when to move forward and know you know, when you have to stand down, when you need more resources. This is about holding back on you know, on moving on from a situation. Maybe it calls for you to hold off and do analyze this a bit better. Your point of view right now is just, you're tired of feeling stagnant. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving out of the suits. And it's not that it doesn't bear fruits, you know, that you can't reap rewards, but it's that it's slow moving. And maybe there's a Taurus out there that's just tired of waiting for things to come through for them, and they just wanna venture out and try new ways of doing so. A sense of impatience, a sense of I can do more, or I can do different, or I can find something that's more fulfilling. The timing, the Three of Wands is about planning. Waiting for your ships to come in. It's about planning, communication, collaboration, partnerships. It's about assessing the situation and really looking at the best possible outcome. And then, and only then, moving forward with that. Because, you know, the message here is not that you can't manifest what you want to manifest. The message that I am sensing here and that I'm picking up on is you have to plan it accordingly. You can't possibly get yourself out of a very comfortable situation, no matter how much regret you're having, just for the sake of well, I need to do it. That's fine, and you can do it, but just plan. And then go ahead and move forward. Because the reason why you're trying to move forward, the bigger purpose is because you're trying to create balance. You're trying to create balance, and you're trying to regain control of your life, pretty much. And the predictions and the things to look for is that you are going to feel an emotional balance. You're going to feel in your throne, and you can manifest all of this with effective planning and trusting the process and listening to your intuition. Excuse me. Spirit guides, can you give me a crystal for Taurus? Oh wow. Rose quartz. I love rose quartz. Has the potential of just, you know, instilling so much emotional balance. I mean, I usually only let one out, but they all wanted to come out, and it must be for a reason. So you have rose quartz, inner child, kunzite, self-love, tiger's eye, courage. Yes, you have to be brave. And yes, if this new beginning is about you, and this is how you're going to be empowering self-love, amen. Just plan effectively. Have an appropriate course of action. Give energy to your inner child. There's an adventure waiting for you. There's a voyage waiting for you. And you can manifest it. Some of you might be going on a trip to Egypt. That's weird. I don't know why I just got that message. If that's the case, have a safe trip. Beautiful. Beautiful message. Take care.